Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RDA. This is your Manchester United vs Aston Villa match reaction, in which I predicted pretty well. I think in the match preview I said it would be 3-1. I said we will concede the first goal, and then we'll make a comeback. So pat myself on the back after that. But first half I think it's I'm not even really surprised anymore because it's been a tale of United really this season. You will go down. First half is shocking. Second half they come out like prime Barcelona, and we get the job done. So I'm not too mad. I'm not too mad. The Maguire injury is a bit oof. I know we don't. Some of us don't rate him, but that could make things a bit difficult from now. We might be better, but then if Baye gets injured, which he could, are we screwed? Then we proper screwed. So, that was probably a big letdown. But other than that, I think it was a very good game. I think it was a very good game. So if you are new, do smash a like, do subscribe. And yes, Maloto, it's just you and I today. The boy Clay is stuck on the road in traffic on the way back from, a very far place. But what are your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, story is all this time, isn't it, with United? And our ability to come back from behind is freaking amazing. Like, I know it's not completely a good thing, but like, it's just so weird how comfortable we are with going behind and just being like, okay, gents, calm down, we can do this, and coming back. And I think it just shows how talented our players are, really. I think with players who can make things out of nothing, which is encouraging. It's encouraging because if we had owners and a structure, I just feel like we could be a really, really good team. But yeah, I didn't really think we were that bad in the first half. I thought
I also didn't think we played
Lindelof,
that bad. It just,
yeah,
it is, it
Lindelof
is
was
at United.
not a mistake, but you could have done better. And that was a really good finish from, I'm forgetting the player, the Villa player.
Traore.
And yeah, Traore. And we go behind. But I think we're moving the ball well. We, ever since Park was on the left, I think we get behind defenses. It's not perfect, but much, much better. And I like to see that. That's why Pogba, I think, should play on the left for as long as that's his club, honestly. Or maybe left side of the midfield because he makes us better as an attacking force. But I saw what Ole did today. He played Rashford on a striker rather than Greenwood. And I think that was so Rashford can dip to the left sometimes and he can take on players. And we tried to overload the left side. The combination between Shaw, Bruno, Pogba, Rashford is all on that side. But then the problem with that, and this has been an issue for a very long time, the right is dead. There's nothing on the right. And I feel like then we lack a balance. And yes, we've been saying Jadon Sancho. But you drop Jadon Sancho into that, we terrorize teams because we're coming from both sides. And this is not me going in and Mason Greenwood. I used to think maybe he's a right wing, but I've come to realize that he's probably a striker, just being forced to play in a position that's not his. And yeah, I feel like that was, in terms of offensively, that was the big problem. And defensively, we weren't perfect with Lindelof. But then we did what we do in second half. We came out and we were just too much for Aston Villa. Like, they just couldn't handle us. And second half performances are always amazing. But then it needs to get to a point where, like, how are we going to fix this? We need to get going from the start of the game. And yeah, I was just impressed with them in the second half. Greenwood, I'm most impressed with him because that goal, like, he made it for himself. It was just pure talent, honestly. And I think overall, good game, but worrying because we played so many players till late on, and now we have to play again very, very soon.
And we lost Maguire, who's played every single game. I mean, listen,
You know,
I don't want to say it's a blessing in disguise, but that statement could come back and bite us. That statement can very much come back because we don't rate him. I'm not gonna hide it. I don't rate him. If Clayton was here, he doesn't rate him anyways. But the problem is, if something happens, touch wood, to buy now as well. Oh, we are screwed. I mean, we still have Axel, but that we don't know how it is, and we've seen how rusty players can be. At least Baye has played a little bit more games this season than Twanzebe, so we're gonna have to see what happens. Hopefully, Lindelof and
like,
Baye can get going.
have never been too upset about a player not being injured. That was me when you got injured. I was like, it's an injury, but
Yeah, I was also like that. I was like, what?
at least
I
this
don't
is
wish for
fine.
him. Obviously, it's gonna weaken our team because I would play Maguire with someone generally, or I would drop them both completely at the beginning of the season. But I think at the moment right now, you probably would want Maguire more than Lindelof. Nothing against Lindelof, but I'm just saying, this is not the time to get injuries, especially when we have a game today. We have a game in 2 days, and then we have a game another 2 days. So games are coming thick and fast. So we're just gonna have to see what happens. And
Nice
he
thing about
actually he did try coming on, and he couldn't do it. And if Maguire can't do it,
Awesome.
I'm a bit concerned, like because that guy will play no matter what. So it probably is
Must be
something
coming
serious. Yeah, it must be serious. So
The thing
let's see
about
what
him,
happens.
to look at the positives, he's always fit, So that's an asset to have someone who's always going to be there when you need him. So yeah, no, it is a blow. As much as most United fans might be kind of happy, to be honest, but it is a blow.
Yeah, it is a blow. At least Aaron Basaka does not touch wood again. Nothing must happen to Aaron, but we'll get to Aaron because I actually think Aaron had a great game today. I think he had an absolute fantastic game, but we'll get there. We'll get there. In terms of the game itself, like I said, I don't want to stress too much about it because I'm kind of at that point now. It's it's too late on in the season that I can't be asked to be saying the same things I've said the whole season because I've just been repeating myself. So I don't want to waste energy on it. But yeah, it's the same thing as normal. We didn't play as badly as we usually play to go under at halftime, but we did deserve to go 1-0 down. I think Aston Villa actually had more possession than us as well in the first half. I thought McFred was dead, as normal, dead, and I thought what I seen today, we'll get to Rashford, but what I seen today is that I know he got an assist, but until that assist, I realized that I love Marcus. I do love Marcus Rashford, but what I realized is we can be so much better without Rashford. I don't really see. I didn't really like Rashford today by that assist. I know that assist was good, and I'm not taking away from him because he's still getting 20 goals, he's still getting 20 assists, whatever it may be. It's ridiculous numbers, and today, no matter how bad he plays, he can still stat pad. So it's great to have a player like that. But when I see Pogba on the left, people like Cavani and Mason scoring goals, and I just think about still Martial in the team and what I think Martial can do in terms of creativity if he had to be played on the wing, or what he still can do at striker, and Mason on the wing. It's just it's hard for me to put Rashford in the team. But it's a good problem to have because that at the beginning of the season, none of them were firing. Now everyone, besides Martial because he's injured, obviously, is firing. So it's a good problem to have. But it's more like who you're gonna play from now on. Who you're gonna play, what you're gonna do, what will work with what, because you still need to get the balance in the front three.
Yeah, look, I have a little bit of hope because of what I saw last season. I feel like Rashford, yes, we still need to say intelligence is not there, but it wasn't as bad. And I'm hopeful that come the summer, come time for them to work on these things with Martial back, we can get that back. And if we can get that front three we had last season, plus how good our midfield has been this season, I think we could be even better than we are this season. So I'm hopeful.
There's one big factor for me though, that I love that front three as much as you do. We've always said ideally that's the front three we want up and running again. But ever since I've seen Paul Pogba on that left wing, I can't go back. I can't go back. Paul Pogba, have you ever seen? I don't know if you know. Well, obviously you have noticed. But if people haven't noticed, have you ever seen how many chances we are creating for Cavani or Mason these days? And it's ridiculous. Paul Pogba in that left wing role is immense. He wins you a game. So,
something we used to say, we don't get behind defense enough. We don't get behind defense enough. It was the song we used to sing. And nowadays, with Pogba, we look fantastic at it, honestly. Yes, it's skewed to the left, but we look great at it. And we need that. We're not going to win things without that because there's going to be games where a Burnley comes and we just look toothless without that kind of creativity. So what I'm thinking is I don't want to see Pogba in deep line midfield position, ever. Honestly. Where I want to see him is left attacking mid. Rashford on the left, close to him. Maybe they keep switching or something like that. And hopefully a Sancho on the right. And then who plays striker? It's a coin flip between Cavani, Greenwood, and Martial.
Yeah,
I think that's the best course forward.
I think one of them will have to go if we do get Sancho. But that's the key thing. If we can get someone like Declan Rice, we can have Paul Pogba do what he's doing on the left, just a little bit deeper in the midfield with Bruno literally quite next to Bruno, and we just tell him go because Declan or Ndidi or Basuma, whoever it may be, they've got it. Don't stress about it because right now what we're doing is we're almost playing with one man short because of McFred because they're two players who just do one role. And even today, they were shit at it.
The one was not amazing at it.
Exactly. So we need a DM as well. But moving on. I think it was a good game. Happy to get 3 points. Pat myself on the back. Called it to the T. But we move on to the player ratings. Starting off with Dino and his new best friend, the cap of his. Do you blame him? I'll let you go first. Do you really blame him for the goal we conceded? Could he have done something?
I'm forgetting how it went now. Please remind me.
Fred, horrible first touch, tried to back pass it to Scott. Scott loses the edge of the box. Then Traore takes it past Aaron. Beats Lindelof basically, closest man. Dino was a bit off the line, like near post, and puts it top corner of the far post.
Nah, I don't blame him, honestly. I feel like the players in front of him should have taken care of that. I blame Lindelof and Fred, to be honest. So, yeah, no, I think he made 1 or 2 saves then. I don't think Villa had that many shots, to be honest. I think it was a few. So, I'll give him a 6, I guess. It was an average game.
Yep. I'm going to back that.
But, I know we've had this conversation before, but, I'm starting to wonder. And I felt myself skew more to the side of Dino. But then after seeing that game with in the Europe, I just think to myself, what are we doing?
Just fans being fans. Because I felt the same too. When I seen that goal go in, I was like, I just wonder also if that De Gea on Thursday, all of a sudden, De Gea saves that out of nowhere. But, this is the problem. This is the problem. We all knew it was going to happen. But like I said, I don't mind who plays.
I know it's an unpopular opinion, but this thing of 2 goalkeepers has what it is. It really has. Because what's happened is that what I think has happened is Ole has said, "There, you're number 1 in the league from the beginning of the season, and Dino, you're number 1 in the cup games." And as it went on, they switched around. And I think if they do stay, they'll probably switch around again next season. And it's worked well. I haven't seen they want to make damning mistakes because they feel like they're not comfortable with their front line, not on a consistent basis now.
It is. It's a very unique situation to have. It's probably not the situation you probably wanted being manager of Manchester United, but it is what it is. And Dino today, I don't really blame him for the goal, but I kind of blame him for the goal because I don't blame him. I'm just thinking because of the game De Gea had last week, and I'm a Dino fan. I still prefer Dino a little bit more than De Gea these days. Because I just think Dino's more overall better, more of a modern goalkeeper. But I was just thinking as well today, when you said that, I was like, oof, De Gea must be thinking, I could have saved that, I could have saved that. So
I feel like it's weird because I was thinking about it during the game. Shots at De Gea, I back him. I think he can pull out some amazing thing. But distribution, De Gea has nothing on Dino's. Nothing at all. Yeah. So it depends what you want. But at the same time, I feel like Dino is not bad at stopping shots, and then De Gea is kind of bad at distribution. So maybe when you look at it like that,
that's what I'm saying though. That's why I kind of prefer Dino still, because I think overall, Dino just got more overall to his game than David De Gea. David De Gea is a world-class shot stopper on his day, but Dino can do like everything basically. He can basically do everything. Nothing too ridiculous, but he can do everything well, and he can do everything well. So that's why I prefer.
I'm leaning to the side of, and I know people hate this, keeping the situation as it is for, let's say, another season or 2. And then after they're leaving, because he's aged clearly, and Dino taking it, but throughout the proceedings, he won't be too unhappy he's not getting game time because he's balancing it out with De Gea. I think that's the best course forward.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see. We'll deal with that next. And like I said, it's been a long season, Let's just get over the line, Let's just take a break from this team, dude. And we'll reassess everything next season. That's where I'm at, really. But, it is what it is. Luke Shaw, I actually thought it was a lot better again. I thought we finally seen Luke Shaw going forward a lot again today. I thought defensively he was solid. He had nothing to do with the goal whatsoever. It was not his fault at all. He could have had a goal. He almost had a goal. Put in a few good crosses here and there. If I gave Dean a 6, I'll give Shaw a 7.
The show was amazing, I won't lie. I think going forward, he's consistent. He was making those runs. Rashford was more to the left, so he saw him spark again. But defensively, I thought he was fantastic. He's so strong on the ball, like no one messes with him. and I just love that. So I'm gonna give him an 8.
Eight. Damn. Okay. An eight. Fair play. I think yeah. I think I don't disagree with it really. Harry Maguire is a bit of an interesting one. The goal, he does have a part to blame to an extent, but I would say he's the least out of like those guys who were involved in that goal to be blamed, other than Luke Shaw. I thought defensively, Maguire did what he usually does. You know, wins everything generally. You know, he was just solid. You know, you're safe at the back. You're safe. You could kind of trust him to the injury. You make your mind up. I'm just gonna, I think it's better. I prefer not to speak about it. So you make your own mind up on it. But ideally, we would like Maguire available to choose from, and you know we wouldn't want Eric Baye or Twanzebe playing because of Maguire being injured. We would like them to play because they deserve to play. You know, you don't want it to be the other way around. But today, um, I'm just gonna give him an average 6. Really, I can't really think anything to push him over the line. Didn't get the clean sheet, and yeah, I can't really think of anything he did too bad. So yeah, just an average performance from Maguire.
Average Maguire game, I feel. Doesn't take his chance on the other side and is clearing everything in the air. So that was it really. It didn't make any clear cut mistakes that led to goal. So I'll agree with your 6. And him being injured, positive, Bai is gonna play. But then as you said, negative Bai is extremely fragile.
That's the
so.
thing. Positive Bai is gonna play. Negative Bai is gonna play. So it's like, oh no.
So yeah, we'll see.
Exactly.
Hopefully it's not bad.
Yeah. Exactly. And hopefully he doesn't get injured most of all. I just need him to stay fit. So that's assuming Maguire can't play the next 2 games, you know. So it is what it is. Victor.
Probably said his record is going.
Yeah, probably most. That's why he came on. He was like, I need my record, and he came. He was like, nope, never mind, can't. And he was all he was like, get off, just get off, bro. Just get off. But anyways,
I heard he told Solskjaer that he's proud of his record. He doesn't want to
he
lose.
probably is though, dude. Imagine. Like, yeah, I'm the captain. I play every game. Did I play every game for Manchester United? You know. Yeah, I'm also fine with that. But anyways, moving on to Victor Lindelof. He was the hazard from the partnership today. He was a hazard. The goal, there was 3 big parts about it. Aaron, Scott, 4 big parts. Fred, Scott, Victor, and Aaron. Those guys were big at fault for me. Lindelof was the second last man, obviously, other than Dino. But he was basically the last man that I really majorly blame for that goal. Didn't get to stick out his foot quick enough. Wasn't really in the right position. He got bullied today more often than not. And you know, as a centre back, you shouldn't be doing that. We know Victor is weak. I could go on the pitch and bully Victor Lindelof, you know, for I'm not even taking the person. I mean, I like bullying centre backs, but yeah, I don't think it was a good game for Victor. I think he's got a part to blame. Part to blame for the goal. I'm gonna give him a 5.
It's like, yes, I know the others were involved, but like it kind of seemed like you got the ball for a sec, but then it just wasn't physical enough, and I was a bit disappointed because I felt like he had to get that. Honestly, I felt like it was a childish error, childish mistake. Just need to be more physical, you know. So I'm gonna give him a 4. I was very disappointed.
4. Now the next one is very interesting. Have it not been that goal, I think I would have given my man of the match there. I think if it wasn't for that goal that we conceded, Aaron Masaka was getting a 10 from me. He was getting a 10. Got an assist. Going forward was actually good today. Defensively, I thought, you know, for 99% of today's game, obviously, he was unbeatable. Obviously, the goal was that 1%, but I thought Aaron was back to the best. He looked up for it. He looked fit. He looked sharp. Looked like that 45 minutes he got rested in midweek helped him a lot today. That goal really let you down. I'm going to give him an 8. And that just says everything because I still do blame him for that goal. But I think other than that goal, he was fantastic today.
Yeah, no, he was involved in the goal, but I thought he redeemed himself. I remember he made a tackle, I think, in the box.
Yeah, he did.
Goal-saving
Again,
tackle.
Lindelof for mistake there, and then he tackled it out.
Yeah, classic Wan-Bissaka. Up front, he's involved. He had an assist. So I really enjoyed his performance tonight. And what we're missing from Wan-Bissaka is just that consistently, which is ironic because last season he was the most consistent player in this team. So Yeah, I probably would have given him like a 9, 8.5, but I'll match your 8.
Yeah. No man of the match.
No, no, no.
Okay, this is I don't know where we're going with this. We shall see where we're going with this. But yeah, that's your backline. Pretty decent overall. Could have been better, but like I said, the goal was mistakes from the team in general. It's a team goal to concede. It shouldn't be happening to concede a type of goal like that. And at the end of the day, the shot from Traore was still insanely world class. Can't lie, that video was quality. So
And not much you can do about that, really.
yeah, exactly.
As a
However,
keeper, most.
let's get to the main reason why that goal came. And we have these guys here. I was tempted to just write one name from now on. I think I might just write one name from now on. Give one rating, McFred. Because you, Fred's horrible first touch in shite back, hospital back pass. McTominay gets beaten by anyone. Dude, I'm pretty sure my monster could dribble past McTominay. Then, what else do they offer? You have one job, protect the defense. Didn't do that. We let in a goal. Going forward, what do you do? Nothing. What do you really do now? Midfield, do you link up play? No. Do you track back? Really? No. You just occupy space, occupy oxygen. So, I'm going to give you both flat fours. Can't lie. I thought you both were shite today.
Yeah, no. I think as a pairing into the defense in the midfield, I think they probably are best, but barely. Honestly. And we could do much better, honestly. And Fred, yeah, he retains the ball well, but then he does silly mistakes like he did. I was seeing him put people under pressure, and I hated it. They like passed Maguire or what's his name again, Dino, in like the most obscure angles, and I just hated it. And he was involved in he lost the ball. He lost the ball, right?
He lost the ball, and he back passed the
And
score.
same thing, similar thing in the Europa League, where they pickpocketed him close to the box. So
it's like you
not
pickpocket Fred because of his first touch, then you just dribble past McTominay because like he's not there, and then they score. And then they score because our centre backs, they don't know what they're doing anyway, so that's how they score. There's the hole. It's literally the hole in the team.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I'm at your 4. I don't think he did much. And you're right, McTominay. I'll go back to what Ricky said once. McTominay is literally just a body. There's nothing more that he does there. The fact that he's standing there, I guess it obstructs the players running at him. But then, oh my gosh. Second off, I saw him try to run past Bruno and get in the box a little bit more. But then there was nothing fruitful to that. So, yeah, McTominay is the most overrated player I've seen in my life. So, I'm going to give him... I'll be nice and give him the same rating as Fred. I'll give him a 4.
I'll be nice and give him the same rating as Fred. A 4. Damn. I think Clay would have maybe... Actually, I don't know. I don't want to speak out for Clay on Clay's behalf, but knowing how Clayton is on this channel, he'd probably say McTominay, not playing his position, what do you want him to do? Fred is mainly to blame. And I would probably say he might get pushed up to a 5. But if you give Scott or Fred more than a 5, I do not agree with that.
Like if you play him in a more advanced position, I know we keep saying this, I think he could be an asset. Imagine those games, Liverpool, he's hyped up, he's making gang runs past Bruno. I think he could be amazing for us.
He's a threat in the box because of his height.
I just don't know what Ola sees in McTominay as a 6.
I also don't know. I don't know what anyone has seen in this guy, because every manager we've had that had Scott McTominay is like, this kid. But I don't see it. I see the passion, I see the heart, I can see a decent box-to-box player, but other than that, he's at most a bench player for us. At most. He shouldn't really be starting for Manchester United.
Because I think he can come on, especially more offensively. Defensively, we need way better if we're going to challenge Man City.
We need one player to do both of those jobs. Yeah. So it just
what club in the history of the Premier League won the league with 2 average?
2 same, literally almost the exact same type of players. They just sit there, So we do need a DM desperately. And I mean, because I see teams with DMs, whether it be Leeds, Chelsea, City, people who have like an out-and-out DM who can. It doesn't have to be fast because Rodrigo isn't the fastest. Just off a good age, They can do it. We just need someone who can do the job alone. Matic can. Matic is probably one of the best in the world in his prime to do it, but now he can't because of his age. So, and that, it's not like striker where Cavani is like, you know, striker, you don't really have to run up and down. CDM, you need to dictate everything. So it makes sense why we struggle and why they always get low ratings, because it's such a vital position and they're just not good at it. They're not. None of them are out and out DM. So it is what it is. Moving on to Bruno Fernandes. If it wasn't for the penalties, probably give him a 6. But because he got a penalty, can't lie, I'm gonna give him a 7, Bruno.
To be honest, until the penalty, Bruno today, no, Bruno. Like, the amount of loose balls Bruno is hitting, insane. And like, we're used to this, you know, and we've come to accept it because
this is what happens. This is what happens.
Amazing. Yeah. But sometimes, like, mate, calm down. And it was a bit frustrating. But yeah, it is what it is. Bruno is an asset, so he deserves the freedom. He's earned it. So, and then the penalty, it was beautiful.
He showed Aguero to take a penalty.
He showed Aguero, I was about to say that. What the heck was Aguero doing, actually?
He tried to be Bruno, and then, didn't work out.
But yeah, I think Bruno's Bruno. He gets the penalty for us, even the back game. So I'm going to match your 7.
Okay. Still no man of the match. This is very interesting. Very interesting. Who would you like to start that out of interest? Would you go from right to left, left to right, center?
We can start with Pogba.
You can start with Pogba. Alright.
Yeah.
Okay. Paul Pogba. On the left wing. Elite. World class. Dictated the whole game. Won the penalty. Could have had a goal. Could have had a few more assists, really. Passing was clean. Tracking back was quality. Then he dropped, or obviously after Cavani came on, he dropped into the midfield as like a cam. Dictated it from there as well. Didn't really lose the ball. And for me, can't lie to you, he's going to be my man of the match. 9 out of 10. World class. World class.
You know, people keep talking about Pogba's inconsistent, but that's always been in the 6 or in the midfield. I don't remember one horrible game or bad game from Pogba in this position.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Might be a little bit less influential, but then he's still influential to some degree. So, yeah, I think this is Pogba's position, or at least something like this. And I hope Ola does not play Pogba 6. I pray to God Ola doesn't do that. But today, he wasn't as influential, but everything was still going through him. And I also kind of feel like because Rashford was drifting to the left, he was forced to roam even more. But still, it's Paul Pogba. If he can get the ball in offensive positions, he can do something. And unlike Bruno, I feel like when you give him the ball, if you give him the space, he never really has an off game, I feel like his off games are influenced by problems from elsewhere on the pitch. I'm not slanting Bruno because Bruno's consistent. But I'm just saying Pogba's just a really talented player. And if you got an assist, maybe. But I'm gonna give him a 7.5.
He technically did get an assist. He won the penalty.
I guess really count those assists. So.
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be nice. I'll give him an 8, but still not man of the match.
For me, he was bad for that. If it wasn't for Aaron making the mistake to that goal, he was 100% my man of the match today. But for me, I can't name you what Paul Pogba did wrong. I can't name you one thing that Paul Pogba did wrong. I thought he was incredible. Backwards, forwards, side to side, midfield, wing. He gets this team ticking when he plays left wing. I know Bruno obviously is the heart of it, but this guy is like, he's the blood vessels, dude. He sends it. All of Bruno's energy, he distributes it everywhere. To Cavani, to Rashford, to Mason, to Luke Shaw, to everyone. This guy. So, and like we said, Paul Pogba in our shows on left wing must average like at least a 7 rating on left wing. I think he must be averaging at least a 7 in the player ratings.
And you want to move him.
Exactly.
That is crazy.
Exactly. But it is what it is. Let me clear up some space because I wrote 2 players here because I thought they both probably deserve a rating today. We'll start off with Cavani. Came on, got a goal. Could have had. It's always the same thing, really. I'm going to say the same thing. He could have had another one if he really wanted to. But he got a goal. my favorite type of goal, cross from the right wing from Rashford, headed in beautifully. He was playing very deep when he came on though. I don't know why. For the life of me, it almost like he was a left back, then he was centre back. But yeah, I think for when he came on, scored a goal individually. For this game, I'll give him an 8.
Yeah, this man is a goal scorer. This man is a goal scorer, and we need this. As we've had the debates many, many times, but I really want to see him stay at this club because this guy just gets goals for us. And if
I
we're
think
gonna
he's
challenge
got.
for the title and
Okay,
challenge for
I
things,
think.
we need those goals.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think
So,
he's got 9 goals in 8 games now.
yeah, something like that. And ever since Pogba went to the left,
Mm-hmm.
might we add?
Let's remember that fact. Ever since Pogba went to the left,
Yeah.
because before then, he's dead.
Nah,
Come
he was
on,
dead.
He's dead.
He's
Yeah.
dead. But I just think, yeah, he's been showing his class. He didn't play long enough for me to get an 8, so I'm gonna give him a 7.
Okay. Interesting. Now, Marcus Rashford. Oof. Can't lie. Don't know what you really did today, to be honest. Um,
Oh my
I can see why we played you striker, because at this point, left wing, it doesn't look like this is your position anymore. I still think right wing, there's a shout for you, but obviously we want other players at right wing, and we just love Mason Greenwood when he's in form, so hish. Yeah, tough. Obviously you can play striker now because Cavani can't play all the games and Martial's not fit yet, but when everyone's back and firing, I'm highly questioning Rashford's position in the starting 11 these days, which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I'm not saying he's not good enough so he shouldn't play there. It's just other people are playing better than Marcus Rashford. Because Rashford got an assist today. He did get an assist today, and he got it from the right wing position. But that's all I really seen from you. You could have had a good long range shot that could have went in, but you know how it is. You live and die by the sword of Marcus Rashford. Rashford is either going to hit you with a 10 or a 9 performance, or he's going to hit you with something like this, and I'm going to give him an average 6, to be honest. But he did get an assist.
Yeah, we might have a problem with Rashford because I think he's probably an underrated player, and because of that, he's gonna play him left wing. He really will, and find a place somewhere for Pogba. And he's a good player. He's from Manchester. You know, we love all of that, but sometimes you just wonder how much better our team could be. And you know, he's worth a lot. I'm not saying this for Salah Rashford. No, I'm just throwing it out there.
It
He's
depends
worth
for
a
who.
lot.
It depends for who. Because like I said, there's always that fantasy story that came out of PSG that the owner would love Rashford for Mbappe. And in that case, I'm packing his bags. I don't care you, man, born and bred. I'm sending you to Paris and we're taking Mbappe.
Yeah, and I'd love a switch like that because if we sell him for money, we will never see the money.
He's probably the most valuable. Yeah, he's probably fucking one of the most valuable players in the world.
I remember a stat came out like that once.
He's like
that he was the most
150
valuable.
million at least.
Yeah. So
He's young, he's
he's a
getting
talented
20
player.
goals.
He really. I guess the other argument is, if he really is the next great thing, should we not try to build a team around him? You know. So the jury's still out there. But Rashford as striker is dead food. He's bad, and
He just
the
doesn't have
only
the
times,
intelligence, you know.
yeah, the only time he looked good today was it could work. We could kind of play him like the Vardy type of striker, all over the park, runs to it, but then he lives offside, so that's a problem. And the only time he seemed like he was okay to run up, so yeah, tricky. But the assist, at least he got that, so I can't buy too much. I'll give him a 6.5.
6.5 for Marcus Rashford. Well, there's only one person left for man of the match. I think no one else played. Let's give it to Matic. But hey, I'm lost for words with this kid. I kicked him up the backside for the last game in the Europa League for not getting a goal. He was like, you know what, Dad? I apologize. I understand. I should do better. I should be bearing those chances. You're 100% right. I was like, don't worry, son. You'll get one. You'll get one in the next game. I fully have faith in you. One chance, one goal. Aaron Wan-Bissaka squares it. A little shimmy, a little turn, left foot, near post. Classic Mason Greenwood goal. Someone like Troy Deeney has actually said, bar Harry Kane, he thinks Mason Greenwood is actually the best finisher in the Premier League. So that tells you all you have to. It's no surprise. It's scary how good Mason Greenwood is. And I think, like I said, the only reason he started slowly is because, like I said, our front three was it was in shambles at the beginning of the season. Remember, he had the whole England debacle.
Yeah.
He had personal problems, his girlfriend, I don't know if he's now girlfriend, but like he had, personal issues or whatever. And, he's younger than us doing the show, and we also young, So, yeah, but now he's back to doing what Mason Greenwood does. And when we have an informed Mason Greenwood, your goals are not safe. Your goal is not safe because he doesn't get the most chances. Cavani gets a lot of the chances that we create because obviously he plays, central. I would have loved to see Mason in the middle today and then maybe Rashford on the right. But then again, the whole thing is about the conversation. Is Rashford really good on the right, and will Mason Greenwood actually get more service in the middle than he is in the right? Because we have seen Mason in the middle sometimes get terribly frustrated. But I would have loved to see them switch because, like I said, if you give Mason and Cavani the equal amount of chances, the same amount of chances, who's to say Mason won't put in, if not the same or more than Cavani at the age of 19 years old? So he is phenomenal. I don't have any more words to describe this kid. This is my son. Oh, I'm like, ew. I'll give him an 8. I'm not gonna go too crazy. I'll give him an 8.
Like, as a Boss fan, and this is gonna sound insane. If there's any player I'd give away Messi for, it is Mason Greenwood. Because, okay, not any player, I'm exaggerating, but his trajectory is so insane. Like, it's scary what this kid could be. And this is a bit ironic because I'm the one giving him man of the match and you didn't. But for me, and it might be a little biased, but I remember Saka passed him. It wasn't like it was the greatest position in the world. It wasn't really. But the strength on the ball, the turn, and the finish itself, like it wasn't an angle where it should definitely be a goal. Just for that, I just thought. And on top of that, it was 1-1 and we needed a goal. I just thought it was so perfect. So yeah, man of the match for me, and I'm gonna give him a 9.
Yes, that's a real Cavani in the bin. I'm joking. But this is good. Cavani scoring goals, Mason scoring goals, all because of Pogba and Bruno, really, because they're the magic of this team, They're the magic of this team at the moment. Rashford is a bit, I'd give Rashford the rest of the season off, to be honest. I'm like, you know what, it's not looking good for you, boy. Just take a holiday, go recover from the injury. That's probably affecting your game a little bit. Just, rest, just have a break. But yeah.
What front three plays the Europa League final?
I think this front three. Pogba, Cavani, Mason Greenwood.
Yeah, no. I'm starting to lean to that. But then, again, I think Ole's going to play Rashford. But for who's the question?
The problem is, though, I mean, I don't mind it. But it could come and bite me back on the ass. Martial might be fit for the Europa League final. And then, I don't know what you're going to see. So.
As much as I rate Martial, I think the fact that he hasn't been playing in a while would be a risk to play him in the final.
Yeah, he'll be on the bench. I don't think he'll start, but yeah. But, Tony has scored in our finals, in finals of Manchester United. Tony has won us, has scored goals in the final that have won us the trophy, FA Cup, Europa League, this guy has scored.
Who in the Europa League final?
I might be corrected. I might stand to be corrected in the Europa League one, but the FA Cup, yes.
I remember that.
Or was it the Carabao Cup? One of those cups he did score in the final. So.
Yeah, according to me, won the Carabao. Yeah, we won.
Martial has won trophies yet. He's won trophies at this club.
Yeah, at least we haven't been dry, and he's won 3 trophies at this club.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's won Carabao, FA Cup, and Europa League. This man is too much.
Please,
I'm not gonna speak about it. This man is disrespected at Manchester United, Yeah. But anyways, we move on to this guy, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I'll let you speak first.
Oh, okay. I don't think he did much wrong today, to be honest. I think team, it depends who you ask, really. There was a lot of debate about where should we rest, where shouldn't we rest. But I thought about it, and it's a violation to rest. No one's ever going to do that. and it's probably going to be Leicester we rest against. Maybe logically it isn't smart because they are our closest challenger, but they're kind of dead food right now. So yeah, I think we're probably going to see a blended team against first team against Liverpool, and he went with probably his strongest team bar Cavani on paper,
Cavani,
and
yeah.
yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm not too bothered about that. And at the end of the day, yes, we should work on starting better, but we came back, we won, but I will still it was still a rating. So I'll give him a 6.5.
6.5. Interesting. Very interesting. The team selection, I think, is like what you said, is what you're asking what you would do. So obviously for me, the team selection wasn't anything close to ideal for me. I would have liked to see Amadoni, obviously. Maybe Bai in this type of game. But I'm not going to really blame him too much on the team selection. Maguire is injured down though now. First half, shocking. Second half, amazing. So, that's a tough one, dude. That's tough.
Clay would have had him. Playing two
I'm trying
games
to
in a
think
couple
though.
of
That's what I'm trying to think. I really wish I had Clayton too, because I would have let Clayton go speak first before I give my player everything to see if it.
I don't think
Like,
you'd have liked
it's not like I can slate him really too much. Like usually I can slate him for things. Like I can slate him 100% for not playing Donny for 1 fucking minute again, playing McFred.
I forgot about that.
That's what I'm saying. Playing McFred. But I think you're right. I'd probably give him a 6, to be honest. I'd probably give him a 6. Yeah.
Nothing too great, but nothing too bad.
Yeah, nothing too great, nothing too bad. But yeah, I think it's been a good show. Go again tomorrow. Then we go again the next. And then we go again the next. And then the next. And then the next. But you don't complain. I still need to buy a little bottle of champagne just in case we do a madness in the Europa League as well. I'll be very happy. But yeah, I think it's been a good show. I hope you
Just
enjoyed
in case,
it.
you never know. Maybe City will flop, lose every game from now.
If that happens, I'm buying the most expensive champagne I can get my hands on and that I can afford. And I'm downing it all live. We're going live and I'm downing it. I'm spraying it everywhere. I'm gonna be shit. No, this will never happen. But I'm just saying, if somehow it did happen, I'll do that. But yeah, for now we'll stick with a little bottle of champagne for the Europa League final because we are in it. So we'll see what happens. There's still a lot of games to come before that. But yeah, each game at a time. But yeah, it's been a good show. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you are new and you haven't already, do consider subscribing. It is free. Do smash a like. Do comment down below your man of the match. For me, it was Paul Pogba. For Maloto, it was Mason Greenwood. Clayton would probably say Mason Greenwood as well. But, it is what it is. And we will check you all tomorrow again when we do our match preview for Leicester, the Fraud City. Peace.